How do you quickly complete the new assignments? Tons of them came to the game with the recent September patch, both including the specializations or new weapons. It doesn't really matter. They're all assignments and you have to complete them if you want to unlock the stuff that's locked behind them. And I tend to see many players who totally misunderstand the idea, and they don't get how the assignments are supposed to be completed. Most of the players pick the game mode that they usually play, they join the server, and then they're trying to complete assignments. Except that they're wrong in a couple things. They're trying so hard to complete those assignments requirements as fast as they possibly can, which totally destroys their gameplay, and they're not a use for the team. If you want to execute completing the assignments properly, just add those weapons and gadgets or anything else required in them to your normal playstyle. Don't change it completely just to fit the assignment, because you won't succeed. And trust me, this is the most important thing that you need to remember. I even see myself making that mistake quite often. For example, when I have the assignment that requires me to get certain amount of kills with the certain primary weapon, and when I end up in the situation where I run out of ammo in my main weapon, I don't want to finish the guy off with my sidearm because I have this thought at the back of my head that it will not count towards the assignment. And how does it end? Well, I'm trying to reload my main weapon and I'm dying in the process because the guy pushes me while I'm reloading and I don't have time to switch to my secondary anymore, so I have to start over from the spawn menu. The second very important thing required to improve the time needed to complete those assignments is that you need to focus on multiple assignments at the same time. I often hear Battlefield players saying that I'm unlocking those specializations in order, or I'm unlocking new weapons in order, so I'm going with assault weapons first, then I'm going with the support weapons. You get it. They go with the assignments one by one, which totally doesn't make any sense. At least for me. I'll give you a short example of what I'm basically talking about here. Let's say you're trying to complete the assignment that requires you to kill 15 people with the MP18 trench. And while you're completing this assignment, you're focusing only on the MP18 kills. Well, you also have other assignment which will require 20 kills with a certain sidearm. I can't recall which one, but it doesn't really matter. It's just an example. Because then, if you end up in the situation when you run out of bullets in your primary weapon, you can switch to your secondary and you're still progressing towards another assignment. It's that simple. And I often see players pick their assignment that requires certain amount of kills with the pistol, and what do? They treat their sidearm as their main weapon and they're trying to get kills as fast as possible, meaning they're running with their pistol only like idiots against people who actually use normal weapons. Another useful trick is abusing game mechanics. I see some people in my comments section mentioning that I can't destroy enemy vehicle with my AT grenade. How do I do that, Crafter? And I'm like, yo, you can just destroy empty enemy mortar with this grenade and it will count towards the assignment. Because in the game engine, the mortar is actually in the vehicles section, meaning it is treated as a vehicle. It even says enemy vehicle destroyed after you destroy enemy mortar. And if you think about it, you can go for so many shortcuts while completing those assignments. If you need the periscope spotting assists and you want to get them quickly, why bother with spotting one enemy at a time? Spot the whole behemoth so that when it blows up, you get 3 or even 6 assists at the same time. And if there is no behemoth around, go for spotting enemy planes. There usually is more than one guy in them, so you guarantee yourself multiple assists without that much effort included. Especially if you're on game mode like operations, where most of the pilots go down instantly because they can't fly. Then I read comments saying that people dedicated 5 or even more hours to complete the assignment that requires to destroy plane with LMG, or 2 planes technically. And as you see in the gameplay, I totally wasn't focusing on destroying those planes, but I still got one of them while playing normally. I was casually running around, and I noticed the enemy pilot bailing out of his plane and the plane flying empty, so I just started shooting at it, and guess what? I got one plane destroyed without any time wasted. Same goes for the assignments that require you to get certain amount of kills with mortar, for example. Why do you guys try to complete it on Conquest? It's literally the worst idea ever. Join operations match and you will have heavily populated objectives, meaning you will be able to get multiple kills with one shot. Isn't that easier? And the last important thing that you need to keep in your mind is that you need to choose proper game mode and proper map if you want to complete multiple assignments at once. If you want to get tons of explosive kills, meaning crossbow, grenade launchers, mortars, nades, whatever is required for the assignments, go for operations. There's always multiple enemies in tight spaces, so you'll end up getting those kills eventually, without trying too hard. And if you want to complete the wide range of assignments, doesn't matter with which class, I recommend you go for the Volga River. This map on Conquest is purely great, because it offers the playability for every single class in this game. You wanna get tons of revives? Stick around the center objectives. You wanna get tons of kills with the 80 grenades? Go around the enemy vehicles and just blow them up. You literally have so many options to go with on this map. The whole thing about completing those assignments quickly is working smart, not hard. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. I hope you learned something new. As always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield!